Hello. How are you?
Hi Effie. How are you? I'm fine. How are you?
Today is 10 designer fragrance for winter. For men and women. It's confusing. It's really simple. You go to the description and then you have women and men. So you can directly go to the men's fragrance if you like and directly go to the men's fragrance if you like. Really easy. Or you can watch the full video, that's even better. Cool? Okay, let's go then. Bonjour fragrance lovers, this is Clémence. I'm talking about fragrance. Welcome back. Talking about 10 designer fragrance for men and women. Let's start by the ladies. My first one is one of my forever favorite designer fragrance house, and it's Narciso Rodriguez and the Narciso Poudré. I really wanted to add one of the new flanker of this range, which is the Ambré one, which would have been really nice for winter. But first time I smelled it, I was like, Second time I was like, and then third time I was like,
What do you mean by that?
It's not really that impressive. It doesn't smell very ambery for me. So I prefer to go for one of the classic, which is the Poudré. It's basically a slightly woody floral, so very feminine, elegant, ultra powdery. So of course, if you don't like powdery fragrance, this is probably not for you. It's this blend of jasmine and rose that make it super feminine and elegant, with the touch of Narciso Rodriguez, which is this musky trail. And we're talking about musky trail, it means that it's very powdery, nearly cloudy. So it nearly gives like a beauty product blush effect, which is really nice. It's projecting a lot, so you show that when you enter the room, everybody sees you. It's winter, it's cold, we want something really comforting. This is the best thing with this fragrance. It feels very cashmere-like, very velvety. It's nearly like a cadeau, and it's really nice when it's really started to be really cold weather. My next one is Shalimar, and I didn't want to pick the classic for that. I'm gonna talk about the newest, brand new Shalimar flanker, Millésime Vanilla Planifolia. I have to say I'm a big fan of the classic, but no worries if you're not really fan of that slightly vintage oriental vibe with the classic. I think you're probably gonna love that. Smell for me more the classic than the other flanker. But with this one, the vanilla is really heightened. And what is beautiful is it's not a power, sweety vanilla. It's quite like a more very natural vanilla, so slightly dark, that gives like a very mysterious, classy charm. Vanilla Planifolia is a vanilla that mainly you find in Madagascar, and it's reputed to be one of the best vanilla. A bit sweet, but slightly dark undertone. It makes the fragrance super addictive. It's quite powdery as well, not as much as the Narciso. When you smell that, you want to smell it again. For winter is always the best, because we all love that slightly a warm undertone that it gives. We're talking about a pure vanilla here, so again, if you're not a fan of really focus on vanilla, you probably, voila. It's really comfy, and when I smelled it, I was imagining like something like, oh, I imagine myself naked by the fireplace. Weird, but yeah, highly recommend you to have a try, because again, that's a great flanker done by Guerlain. My next one is Roberto Cavalli. It's the Eau de Parfum for her classic. This one always been one of my favorite designer fragrance. It's a love of hate for this one. Or you absolutely hate it because it's quite strong, or you absolutely love it like me. The main thing with this fragrance is it smells slightly monoilized, so if you love that slightly sunscreen solar tone, you're probably gonna enjoy that. What is interesting with it is the pink pepper. So it's very gourmand when you smell it, because the pink pepper is really present. Sometimes it's even tickling my nose because there's so much pink pepper. A lot of orange flower as well, so it's slightly orangey softness, but it's not at all something that would be fresh at all. It's really powerful. Hey, I'm there, look at me. It's really bling bling to me. It's not the very classy fragrance. For me, it's the fragrance when you want to show off. I feel a bit the vibe with those kind of earrings today. It's gonna be soon discontinued, I'm not too sure, but this is the classic. And you can find it for quite cheap actually online. I think I bought mine on Amazon. But like, this is the ultimate go-to for winter, as it's super powerful, super warm, projecting a lot like crazy, but definitely not the classiest one. For me, it's like bougie, you know. My next one is Kelly Kalesh Eau de Parfum. This is definitely one of the most classy fragrance you will smell. It's Hermes, of course. Hermes always does like classy fragrances. We're talking about the Eau de Parfum today, but I love the Eau de Toilette. Eau de Parfum is much more focused on the leather note, rather than the Eau de Toilette is more focused on the grapefruit. So probably if you like a fresher tone, maybe go for the Eau de Toilette. But the Eau de Parfum is absolutely amazing if you want to give that very leather, classy scent. On a daytime, if I'm going for a walk or something like that, or if I just want my outfit is really like classy and I'm going for an office type of scent. I think it's really great for the office. Mimosa, Iris, Vanilla, but the vanilla is not really present. We really focus on the leather. But you have to know that this is something really different. I think it's really great for any outdoor, but again, you need to smell it before because this is really different, and that's why I picked it, because I wanted something a little bit more unique. Last one, this is a great surprise for me to include it in the top. YSL, and it's Black Opium, the extreme one. I've never been a fan of Black Opium. I thought it was too sweet and slightly a bit tacky sometimes, sorry to say. But the extreme one, I actually really prefer it. I think it's the best flanker that has been created, as you can really smell more of the darkness of the coffee note, less sweetness to me. It's really spicy again, you can really smell that dark cacao note in here, so quite gourmand. Still a bit more sexier than the original, as I think for me, because it gives a bit more that darkness, it will definitely show off your femininity. It's not too far from the original, but it really is for me slightly more darker. This is why I enjoy most. Voila, let's go to the men now. This one is Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal. Really happy to include this new release in the top, because it was a big surprise for me. I was kind of sure I was not gonna like it because I didn't really enjoy the Scandal, to be honest, for women. But this, for men, amazing. It's more on the sweet note, so if you don't really enjoy that sweet note in masculine fragrance, probably not for you. Slightly sexy, sensual vibe. Projection is massive with this fragrance, and this is something that I really enjoy for winter, because we all like to feel comfortable with our fragrance. It's very gourmand, a bit that sweet cookie note, so you nearly want to eat it. Who doesn't like a gourmand for winter? You know, if you want something different in your collection, that could be really nice. So I'm glad to insert this one, because for me it was a great surprise. I don't know for you, but I really enjoyed this release, and I feel it's still easy to wear even though it's quite sweet. My next one is YSL Y Eau de Parfum. For me, an ultimate classy fragrance in the designer range. I love Yves Saint Laurent fragrance, to be honest. Most classy of their release. Apple, ginger, a bit of sage. Sage always give a mysterious type of vibe. This is for me something that you can wear in the office really easily, but definitely something that you can wear with your suit. I think for me it really matched that mood, that very tuxedo mood for a man. The projection is quite moderate, and that's why I'm saying that for the office in winter it's amazing. Very versatile, and it always gives like a little bit of freshness, so it's not really too dark, so you can definitely wear that on a daily basis, even in the evening, when you feel that you're quite elegant, classy, and you want to give like a more serious note to me. 3 is Valentino Uomo Intense. I personally really like this range. The classic for me, the Eau de Toilette, is something that I absolutely love on a man. I think it's romantic. The Intense one is as romantic as this one, but slightly more sexier. What I love with it is this note of iris, and this makes me think a little bit of Dior Homme range. I could have definitely picked Dior Homme Intense, but I will explain you why I didn't pick it after. Iris for me on a men's fragrance is ever so charming. I want to cuddle anyone that is wearing, any man that is wearing iris. It gives like slightly violet-like touch and very powdery. It is slightly sweeter because you have a touch of vanilla in there, but with the iris it balances it quite nicely. For me, an ultimate go-to for winter for men. It's projecting nicely, and if you probably like want to go to a first date, or you know, like if you're going for an evening at restaurant, you want to feel a bit more sexy, impress the ladies, that is really nice. Next one is Dior Eau Sauvage Parfum. And that's exactly why I didn't choose Dior Homme Intense, because I love my Dior Homme Intense, as you know, but I wanted to talk about something different. And for me on this list is really relevant, because this is the most classy of all. I love the fact that there's a touch of vintage. Obviously I love my Eau Sauvage classic because it's very spicy, fresh cologne, very classic. Well, this one still has that, but what is good with the parfum. It's this touch of modernity bring by the myrrh. And the myrrh always gives that, you know, slightly mysterious vibe to the fragrance, slightly smoky, a lot of balance between those bergamot, citrusy note and this darkness in the fragrance. It's the smell of a gentleman to me. It's a little bit of a mature audience for this one. For me, definitely is the one that is the most mature of the range, but I so love when a man can wear that fragrance because it's so charming, it's full of confidence, and you feel that when a man wears that, it's, you know, really attractive. It's timeless, it has slightly a touch of that barbershop kind of note, so I love it. So my next one is Tom Ford Ombre Leather. So, okay, really focus on the leather, obviously. Really dark, slightly gothic, kind of leather touch. So purely leather in there. But what is nice with leather is it's still kind of wearable, and compared to all of the leather I smell, it's not something that you cannot wear every day. Of course, you're gonna feel a bit more bougie, but really something that you can still wear with a leather jacket or just with an outfit that is really simple, like a black t-shirt and a jeans. For me, that's totally matched the vibe. It's luxurious, it's quite dark, it's mysterious, it's slightly provocative, so I would give like, it gives a bit that bad boy look to the fragrance, and I think that's why I've had it in there. We all love a bad boy. Come on. Voilà, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which one are your favorite designer fragrance for winter. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, because there's a lot of you that are not subscribed. What is that? For supporting me by giving me a little tip, a little contribution, is always appreciated, especially now that I'm gonna do that full time. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. Bye now.